Amber Lynn Reed, or Girl World, whatever. I mean, whatever you want to call it. I call it like pitchforks and pot pies, okay? Amber Lynn, the queen of weight loss on YouTube, just a monumental, how do I want to put this? Absolute liar, okay? The woman lies to everybody's face and they just eat it up. Everybody comes back to see what's Amber Lynn lying about now. But Big Craig made a video where I guess he deep dived Amber Lynn Reed, which I'd rather deep dive a deep fryer, which I've done a couple times in my life. Again, got to 605 pounds, okay? So I've been there before. But I don't think I lied to everyone's face quite like this woman. So let's see what Big Craig figured out about Amber Lynn, and hopefully some interesting stuff happens.
Despite starting her weight loss journey in 2013 at 360 pounds, Amber Lynn Reed has failed to lose any weight in the following 11 years and has actually almost doubled in size, despite posting pretty much every single day about her weight loss journey. Her time on YouTube has been filled with controversy, manipulation, gaslighting, toxic relationships, and above all, lots of food. But before all that, she posted her first ever video on
Bro, she's got 255,000 subs. I've only got 186. Come on, can't I be more popular than her as the like 600 pounder on the internet? Damn, you guys like being lied to.
November 18th in 2013, and her personality is a stark contrast of what it is today.
Hi, my name's Amber Lynn and I wanted to start
Lying.
a YouTube channel for weight loss.
After Amber Lynn Reed posted this video with the caption stating that she was clearly nervous, it seemed like other people resonated with this and shared her goal, using Amber Lynn as motivation for their own weight loss journey. I always wanted to start my weight loss vlog, but when I made it, it seemed weird too. But I'm glad you posted. You inspired me. But this inspiration will be very short-lived, as we'll
The weird part about it is it almost feels like an out-of-body experience because you're putting yourself out there to the entire world. And you kind of spend a lot of time locked up with loving a Pop-Tart. That's kind of like the time you spend alone in the bedroom with little Debbie. You and her just hanging out, right?
soon come to see, as her defeatist mentality and lack of any real willpower led her to fail in her diet time and time again. A week after her first weigh-in at 360 pounds, she uploaded a video confessing that she'd already ate over her calorie goal and felt so bad about it she couldn't get back on track for this week.
I feel like,
Not really confession, it's a cupcake, but okay.
how am I gonna get back on track tomorrow if I already messed up? I kind of feel like I already ruined my week.
Bear in mind, it was a Tuesday when she posted this, so she was already in the mindset that she'd ruined her diet for the week and may as well just postpone her diet until the next Monday. This was compounded with the fact that it was Thanksgiving soon, and it would be impossible to stick to her deficit without feeling left out and sad all day.
So my question for myself is, would I rather feel down in the dumps all day because I'm actually sitting there counting calories?
Of course, that means down in the dumps is counting calories. It's not the fact that, you know, she's what, 500 pounds at this point or close to it. You're definitely down in the dumps, but I think it's got more to do with Doritos than like counting friggin' calories.
All day long while everyone else is just kind of enjoying themselves? Or would I rather be happy, enjoy my day, don't count calories, but know that the next day I'm back to doing what I need to do? And honestly, that's an easy answer for me.
And this
and
mindset of
happy.
not really wanting to commit continued, with
Oh, that's such a cute puppy. Where's mine? Echo has a mullet. He needs a haircut. Echo has a mullet. He needs a haircut. Echo has a mullet. He needs a haircut. Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? Hey, that's my earphone.
other events and setbacks seemingly stopping her from really sticking to her diet. Despite this, she started to gain a steady but small following. Although it wasn't much, it was enough to support her lifestyle, or so it seemed. Amber Lynn didn't have a traditional job, and in 2013 lived with her girlfriend Crystal. Crystal always seemed to be reluctant to be on camera, and was pretty clearly uncomfortable with having the camera shoved in her face. It got so bad that there's been entire videos dedicated to the awkward exchanges they had on camera.
If one song were to describe your life, which song would that be?
Hello from the Other Thigh by Adele. Or Crystals. Crystals the name of a fast food place, right? I think there's a Crystals.
Now, with her small following, clearly she wasn't earning much money, and as a result, she was living with Crystal and her parents, apparently not only rent-free, but actually had an allowance. According to users on Reddit, it's been revealed that Crystal's parents gave Crystal an allowance of around $1,400 and actually expected her to share this with Amber. How true this is, we aren't too sure, but one thing is for certain is that she didn't have a job, and Amber was mooching off Crystal's family. All while this was going on, Amber was still attempting to lose weight, with attempting being the key word here. Is at the start of 20.
Did any of you get a $1,400 allowance from your like significant other's family? I'm just curious if anybody else got those kinds of perks around here. It must be fat privilege.
2014, she was still struggling and gave us an update on her weight.
So yesterday I was 364.8. Today I was 364.6, which is down 0.2, and I believe it. I believe it. I believe it. I really truly do. I believe the scale.
And honestly, not
Then I deep-throated a ding-dong and it all went to hell.
much would change for Amber throughout 2014. Despite trying multiple diets, including Weight Watchers, her weight just wasn't going anywhere, and in fact,
Also, ding-dong is like a little Debbie treat. It's not like a dirty joke. I literally meant ding-dong. Don't take that the wrong way at all.
she was just watching her weight go up. After claiming she burned almost 6,000 calories walking, which would be at least 100,000 steps in a day, she gave us an update on her new weight.
So, as you guys know, if you watched my vlogs, yesterday I went to an amusement park and I walked for, I wrote it down, I walked for 12 hours straight.
Okay, I went to Hershey Park. I got 18,000 steps in, or 8 miles. It was 90-some degrees, dripping sweat. I didn't get 100,000. 18,000 steps is pretty much what I think is all day at an amusement park equals.
Yes, I sat down. In at 359.2, so I'm down 0.8 pounds and I'm beyond grateful for that.
So almost a year into her weight loss journey, she has not lost a single pound since the beginning, and her
Hey, Craig, that's 0.8 right there. That's that 100,000 amusement park diet, buddy. You got to factor that one in.
delusional attitude really starts to show from here. She posted a video titled "The Truth Behind My Weight Gain," and it pretty much confirmed what we all thought. Despite Amber claiming to count calories, she instead decides to do it by just looking at it and claims that she knows the calories. But in reality, I think we all know she's just guessing.
When I lose weight, I know how to count the calories. I know how to lose weight without counting calories. That's what I love about myself. I'm very good, because I've done this for so long, I'm very good at looking at something and being like, okay, that's a serving. I know a lot of people are like that, because I know a lot of people have commented on my videos in the past saying, when you do something for so long, it kind of becomes like an intuitive thing, and you just, it's just this thing, like a famous dieter just knows, and I'm at that stage.
Okay, the touched by an angel food cake diet, or the eyeball it 600-pound life diet. Apparently Amberlynn's got some kind of prophetic pound type power. I didn't know this about her, but Jesus, she's been doing this for a long time, lying to everyone's faces, huh?
And when I get like that, whether I'm counting calories or I'm not, I mean, I'm sorry about my hair, I'm just gonna apologize about that. When I get really in the zone and I'm doing everything right, I lose this weight and I do amazing. I eat better, I eat less, obviously.
Does she?
I drink a ton of water, 110%.
She's so deep into her denial that she can sit there and claim that she's great at losing weight and knows the calories of things just by looking at them. But judging by the fact she's not lost a single pound, it's easy to see she's wrong. On the 15th of April, she posted a video titled "Going Through a Breakup," where she announced that she and Crystal had broke up, which Amber claims was mutual, but also said that she couldn't eat because she was so upset. The strange thing is that
Crystal probably also got pissed off that $1,400 allowance was going to Freddie got Fritoed or whatever over here just eating it all.
Amber carried on living at Crystal's house, and she even asked to stay in the same bed as her, which is a pretty crazy thing to ask, but it seems like Amber has zero shame anymore. Despite Amber claiming she couldn't eat, she somehow gained weight just 5 days after the breakup.
I just weighed myself and had a little bit of brunch. Scale that we have doesn't weigh up to about 420 pounds.
After her breakup, she reached her highest weight since she was 16, weighing at least 420 pounds. She came
Okay, so Crystal got pissed off there were so many crumbs in the bed because she was like, okay, we're breaking up, but we're still bed buddies. So I'm going to just keep eating in the bed because this is kind of where I stay, right? You're 400 and some pounds. I was 605. I lived in that damn bed. I didn't get up. I even ate in the bed most of the time. So that's what she's doing.
to be totally devastated by this, and I would be too. She's gained 60 pounds since the start of her weight loss, and I wish I could say it was going to get better, but that's not the reality, and in fact, it gets a lot worse. While still living with Crystal, she quickly found a new girlfriend named Destiny, who cheated on their own girlfriend to be with Amber. It seemed like a whirlwind romance, as by July 2016,
I thought you guys all liked Destiny. She was just a cheater off the bat? Or what? Wait, everybody likes Bex, right? Bex the one everyone likes. But Amber was even terrible to her, wasn't she?
Amber had moved to live in with Destiny and her family, which just further fueled the mooching allegations towards her. It was around the time she met Destiny she would record one of the heaviest weigh-ins to date, clocking in at 468 pounds. This led to her joining a weight loss program, which was apparently expensive, but Destiny knew someone who did it and lost a lot of weight, so Amber had high expectations.
I have an appointment for one on Tuesday, so I'm super excited for that. It's supposed to really help and like make you lose a lot of weight. Destiny's knows someone who actually did it and he lost tons of weight, so I'm really glad. It's a free consultation and you get to do like a food taste test because they like sell their food.
Shut the hell up. They give you a food taste test at Weight Watchers? Or, okay, why would that be a good idea? Let's just have you come here, try food when you clearly have a friggin' issue with food. You're pushing 500 pounds, right?
And it's like part of the program and stuff.
Amber seemed to be very excited for the free food taste test. However, this seemed to be the only thing she got out of the program, as according to one YouTube comment on the video, Amber had quit the program within a week, and of course, Destiny's mother had to pay the bill for her. This failed program really marks the start of her downward spiral, as she actually started doing mukbang content afterwards, which is just completely backwards for a weight loss YouTube channel. She was eating more and more unhealthy food, and the weight loss seemed to have ground to a halt, and this was proven by the end of 2016 when she had only lost a singular pound. And as if her failed weight loss wasn't enough, viewers of Amber's channel started to notice a toxic relationship dynamic forming. As all the while Amber tried and failed to lose weight, she was still living rent-free with Destiny, essentially being cared.
Also, I really do think she started the whole mukbang thing because she was trying to just find the internet's, what do I always call them? Snickers frickers, or the guys that get off to that sort of thing. I mean, I really think she's catering to that audience at this point. She'll choke down a taco if you'll sit there and pay her bills. I really think that's her thing now.
For. There are entire YouTube videos dedicated to showing Destiny running around after Amber, which highlights her laziness and downward spiral. Her small audience also started to turn on her, and a new type of audience formed, those who only watched to cheer on her downfall, as Amber's descent just continued. Amber's personality would eventually grind anyone down, and despite them still appearing to be affectionate on camera, Destiny was clearly over it. She'd gone from her girlfriend to full-time caretaker, cooking Amber's meals, driving her everywhere, and watching her binge on camera while claiming to be on some sort of diet. So in early 2017, Destiny left Amber, and Amber did not take this breakup well.
Destiny broke up with me. Since then, I have filmed videos, I've put on fake smiles, I have cried every single time I shut off the camera, I have screamed in my pillows, I have questioned if I am worth anything. Destiny accepts me. She still accepts me.
You can see how deluded Amber is when she says Destiny accepts Amber.
This is part of the manipulation cycle that I think I've come to find Amberlyn Reed just does. I don't know all the whole backstory. I just from watching her a little bit, you can tell everything she says is highly manipulative. Yes, it's the internet. There's going to be people cheering on your downfall. It's up to you to prove them wrong, but you really aren't interested in that. You're interested in the sympathy, which that's what she's craving on the internet. She just wants sympathy left and right.
Amber, and I don't even know what that means because clearly she doesn't accept her because she broke up with Amber. Anyway, this breakup did not help her weight loss goals, and on January 30th, 2017, not long after her breakup, she revealed her new weight, which was 474 pounds. She was also come to terms with the breakup and was doing this entirely in public, even revealing that Destiny found someone else.
I wanted to wait for the right time, and I wanted to wait until like Destiny was 100% cool with it, because obviously I'm not going to sit here and tell her whole life story. Like, that's not appropriate. But has Destiny moved on? Yes. Did Destiny cheat on me? No. I believe that Destiny is not that type of person. Destiny is an amazing person. She was an amazing girlfriend, and I love her dearly still.
Honestly, at this point,
Also, why would you lead with "I'm not going to tell her business" and then specifically tell her business? Do they have YouTube channels like Destiny and the X's? They could have kind of springboarded their own content journey on here.
Amber's life just got extremely messy, and she would upload videos about her getting drunk and going out, clearly going off the rails a little bit. So when in mid-March of 2017 she weighed herself, you won't be surprised to learn that she was still the exact same weight.
Oh my god, like what?
What?
Since January 30th, I know this is not a lot, especially for someone my size. I am down 1.2 pounds, but that...
Hasn't it been like 2 years at this point or something? At 1.2 pounds in 2 years, I mean, way to go there, 1,000 Steps Amusement Park Queen, but that's not that damn good.
makes me happy, mainly because the haters and the trolls, they kept saying, looks like you've gained weight, you look so fat, you're probably over 500 pounds, you're probably 600 pounds. I get that quite a lot.
Amber is so delusional
I lost 1.2 pounds, baby. I'm getting them celebration M&Ms tonight. Let's go.
that she thinks that losing 1 pound over 3 months is a win. It isn't a win. In fact, it's a loss because she had 3 months and she's done absolutely nothing. One thing she did do, however, was meet a new girlfriend, Alicia, which kickstarts a time in her life known as the Becky era. Becky first reached out to Amber as a fan, and within weeks, she'd gone from sending supportive messages online to moving into Amber's apartment. And unfortunately,
Isn't it how she mooches all her girlfriends, though? She just looks for a new fast food fairy or somebody in the, like, comments. That's what she does. And by fairy, I mean somebody that just drives through the drive-through for her, like the ferry that takes you across to, like, what is it? Statue of Liberty. But Statue of Liberty.
Becky never stood up for herself. She would drive Amber to drive-thrus and help her film mukbang content. And again, entire compilations were made of Becky enabling Amber. Becky and Amber's relationship was one that stayed throughout 2017. And predictably, by the end of the year, after filming countless mukbangs, Amber had gained weight again.
266.6. So there you guys go. My starting weight for this year is 488.6. I'm sure a lot of you remember I weighed myself about a month ago and I wouldn't tell anyone what it is. I felt very sad and down about it. I actually weighed 497.0, exactly on the dot.
Okay, so imaginary pounds were lost again, but if you're somebody that starts a channel, says it's a weight loss channel, and are doing weigh-ins like that, you have to give the people friggin' weigh-ins. They have to see you losing weight, or else you're just lying to their faces and kind of spitting in the face of the people that are supporting you.
This is absolutely insane. Clearly the mukbangs are just an excuse to eat as much food as she wants in the name of content. Despite this poor weigh-in, Amber was starting off 2018 on the right foot, and she was determined to lose the weight.
But Becky and I are doing a weight loss wars, which we have talked about before. Becky and I, how we're doing this is we're seeing who can lose the most weight. But obviously, since she's smaller than me, we're not actually going by weight. We're going to be going by percentages. What we're going to do is each week we're going to put $10 or $20 in a jar. I think I really want to do 20. I don't know though. We're going to put that money in a jar, and at the end of the 3 months, whoever loses the most weight in percentages is going to be the one to take that money and do whatever they want with it.
Amber couldn't lose.
Is that even fair, though? Because she's almost 500 pounds. She should be able to drop 50 easier than somebody that's 200 pounds should be able to drop 20, I would think. It should, like, all practically fall off you at that point if you do the right thing.
Weight for her health, so she decided to attach a monetary reward to it. In 3 months, they will see who lost the most weight. But unfortunately for Amber, this backfired horrendously.
That was a 4.0 weight gain.
For me, ew. I weighed in at 491.0.
This is Evelyn's weight for today.
That is...
Okay, so I'm sponsoring the next weight loss wars, but I will be paying in Krispy Kreme vouchers. So let's see who wins that one.
6.4 weight gain in the last month. because last time we weighed in was February 15th and today is March 12th.
It's almost a month ago.
Yeah, we haven't been tracking. We've been eating out on the daily. I eat candy on the nightly. Bags of hot Cheetos, bags of Ruffles here. Chinese buffets there. What?
It's buffet.
Baby, I know.
Honestly, neither Amber or Becky are taking their weight loss seriously, and I can't help but laugh at the fact that Becky cared more about Amber's pronunciation of buffet than the fact that she's literally eaten herself to death, and their attitude stayed the same throughout 2018.
I mean, there's a thing about that. You put 4 chins in the kitchen, you're not going to lose chins, okay? You're going to get a lot of good food, and if they're both not on the same mindset, it's just going to like spiral real quick with a Snickers bar usually, but it's going to spiral quick.
With Amber slowly rising from £490 to £500 to £510, and she showed no signs of slowing down. I don't know how or why Amber kept uploading the YouTube channel under the guise of a weight loss channel, to be honest, because she was doing everything but, and she was just humiliating herself even further with every video she uploaded.
For me, this is kind of crazy, and I'm gonna admit it, and I feel
What the hell? How is that moon just levitating there? There's like no necklace holding it, is there? Is that? No, I think that might be a choker. I don't know. Or double chin's eating it though.
like this is something I want to be on record, so I can go back and watch this very video and
What is that?
never do it again.
Oh,
In a 24-hour frame, I had fast food 4 times from 4 different places.
Like, honestly, what is the point? Just had fast food more times than I or any normal person has it in a month. And this is a big reason she never feels full. Fast food is just
that's weight loss wars, Craig. 4 times in 24 hours means you're really burning the midnight oil though.
ultra processed junk. It's good for some quick satisfaction or after a few beers on a night out once a month, but these meals serve you no nutrition and just leave you feeling hungry after 20 minutes. So, as you can imagine, after years of doing this every single day, Amber would soon hit the highest weight she'd ever recorded at the start of 2020 in a video titled simply 572.4 pounds.
Have never worked for me in the past because they're so vague. So as you guys know, highest weight, as you can tell by the title of this video, is 572.4. And I know so many people are like, why does the 0.4 matter? Because for me it does. That number just reflects on something.
You know, it seriously pisses me off that she still weighed less than me at my heaviest at this point. I think she's a little bit younger than me. I don't know. I'm 36 at this point, but Amberlyn really kind of doing it rough with the buffets here.
I never want to be again, ever.
I just find it incredible she's got to that size. Remember, she started out with 360 pounds, so she's put on over 200 pounds by this point, close to doubling her weight. This video could have been a turning point for Amber, as she lists reason after reason as to why she wants to lose weight.
So since then, I have lost some weight. Hello, very happy and proud. If you guys remember in the video yesterday, I said that I wanted to lose 127.4 pounds this year in total. So I decided to come up with 127 reasons why I want to lose weight.
Yeah, it's called breathing. You want to stop choking on your chin. That's literally the reason to diet at this point. But I think a lot of people take for granted how easy it is to gain weight at this size if you just lay around and eat all day. Because I know at one point I dieted, lost like 60 pounds, spiraled the other direction, put it back on in a matter of like 2 months. It's crazy easy to put it back on if you actually lose weight. But I don't think she's ever initially taken anything off.
127.
Of these 127 reasons for weight loss was so she would stop being discriminated against when looking for a job, as she claims that she can't get a job because employers won't hire her because she's fat. But that isn't the truth, and it isn't the real reason, and someone in the comments
It's half true. They don't want to pay like for you to go out on leave, and you're pretty much just begging to have some kind of medical episode and go on leave at that point. So yeah, I think I've definitely been turned down for jobs before just because they thought I was gonna die like any minute. So why hire somebody that's just gonna friggin' die? So basically, I think they don't want to train you if you're gonna go out at a Taco Bell drive-through.
pointed this out, saying, "It isn't discrimination. No one wants to hire someone who is physically incapable of doing the
Right.
work." And this
That's
is true. Amber can barely get out of bed, never mind go to work. And despite all this talk about losing weight, Amber was doing the complete opposite. She was just eating more and more and continuing to lie to both herself and her audience. But it wasn't just her weight and her attitude which was getting worse, her health was too. Throughout early 2020, Amber started mentioning that something felt wrong. She said she was having strange pains and that she'd been bleeding for months straight. At first it was hard to take Amber seriously, but this time it actually was serious.
Hello. So I've told the people who matter and who I know in real life, but I just wanted to update you guys. I've been having panic attacks. Oh god. So I got my results back, and I do have cancer. I have womb cancer. And so it's uterine cancer. And I know it's my fault because I'm sorry guys, because I didn't see someone. I knew there's been a problem for so long.
Amber was officially diagnosed with uterine cancer, which despite having
You kind of ignore a lot of things just for the fact that you are that heavy, and going to the doctor is like a monumental feat. I mean, for Christ's sake, I was in kidney failure 2 different times. The first time I didn't even go to the hospital. The second time I finally went after not peeing for 72 hours. So you ignore a lot of things and your heart kind of goes out to her on this one. Anybody that's fought cancer, your heart has to go out to them. Even if she's lied to your face a bunch of times, you can't hate her for this. I mean, she was really going through something here.
having a high survival rate can still be fatal and of course can lead you to undergo life-changing surgeries. This was on June 4th, 2020, and Amber was actually surprisingly losing weight, getting down to 488 pounds. However, she was still obviously morbidly obese, and when the time came to get the scans done to see how far her cancer had spread, her massive size caused her some issues.
So I actually was gonna do my MRI and my PET scan in the same day. I actually didn't get to do either of them. I went to the appointment and turns out the PET scan had a weight limit of 400 pounds. So I am 88 pounds too big. That was devastating. I was kind of expecting it. I'm surprised it didn't happen with the CT scan. Glad it didn't. So the MRI was also too big for it. There was not a weight limit, but it's more so like a body mass limit. I wasn't.
It's a tube, okay? They can't put you in the tube if you get stuck like cookie dough. So yeah, I couldn't get an MRI done at that size either. They sent me to a special open MRI, and I was jammed in that thing like a sausage and like a roll here, man. I was barely getting out of that damn thing. I was pretty much almost stuck.
Wasn't able to fit inside of the area that you need to go into.
So because
Call your
Amber was so
stepbrother.
fat, she physically couldn't get scanned, and her weight made it extremely difficult for the surgeons to get any answers. Eventually though, she did successfully get her hysterectomy done, and thankfully, she made it a full recovery. In the comments of her hysterectomy video, people begged Amber to not go back to her old ways, and use this as a wake-up call. She was currently 470 pounds, much less than her previous highest weight, and although movement is difficult after surgery, it really should serve as a wake-up call not to go back to your old ways. However, as you can imagine, she went straight back to her old habits, and in August of 2020, she revealed her current weight to be 486 pounds, the exact same as when she went into surgery. She kept making excuse after excuse, telling fans that she couldn't exercise and was just in constant denial, like she would literally record herself eating food and then crying about overeating. By this point in 2020, Amber's channel was doing pretty well subscriber-wise, hitting around 179,000 subscribers, but the vast majority of these were not positive. Amber's notoriety was growing online, and she was becoming known as a fat loss influencer who couldn't lose weight. And actually, it was worse than the
Or the lie to your face, I'm on a diet, I'm not really doing anything. And also I get an allowance from my ex. And I stay in the same bed as my ex, which is still crazy to me that even happened.
influencer who couldn't lose weight, because once again, Amber was gaining weight, despite claiming to be on the Jenny Craig diet.
So my weigh-in today, I was 526.8. So every Wednesday I'm going to weigh myself and tell you guys how that goes. And I am hoping this week I really would like to lose about 8 pounds or more.
And to everyone's surprise,
Does Amberlynn have a P.O. box? I'm so about to send her Richard Simmons in a disco ball, man. She's about to lose some damn weight. Quick, Richard Simmons will get you to disco off the diabetes.
the next time we see Amber, she's gained 10 pounds. Now, if you're anything like me, you're probably sick of Amber gaining weight back and just lying to the camera about her diet. And it seems as though Becky was also sick of Amber at this point, because in mid-2021, they went live on YouTube with the title, "We Have Something to Tell You."
I guess I'm gonna go ahead and just say it. We have
Corn
broke
dog.
up.
Oh.
It happened Sunday. And it was initiated by me.
So that is now 3 girlfriends Amber has went through and 8 years since the start of her weight loss journey, and she's still not lost any weight at all and almost doubled in weight. I know this might be controversial to say, but I don't actually think she's trying to lose weight. Anyway, she continued uploading, found a new girlfriend, and between uploads of her showing off her new pairs of underwear, carried on her weekly weigh-ins, which of course were complete disasters.
They're red, kind of silky with some lace. So now I'm gonna go take my tent size underwear and put them away. So besides those 3,
You know why she does this? Because she's hoping there's somebody that wants to hop on the Barnum and Bailey and jump into those tent-size underwear in the comments. It's attention seeking. She wants people to thirst after her in a weird way. The internet is probably like her drug of choice. Even though food is also, I think that attention she gets is really something she just craves.
3 days where I was kind of off track. I had a pretty decent week. So I weighed in today on November 24th at 493.4. So I did decide to film it for you guys. I figured, what the heck, this is a super easy clip. Let's just set my camera up, set my scale up where it needs to go. I know it has been requested, so I figured, why not? So that means this week I am down 5.2 pounds.
Now, if you want to watch some weekly videos which aren't complete disasters, make sure you subscribe to my channel, because I'm trying to hit 300,000 subscribers by the end of the year, so make sure you subscribe. And her weight barely changed as she saw out 2021 in the high 400s, even sharing her 500-pound shower routine in June of 2022. And thankfully, she doesn't show us everything. Outside of her weight gain, Amber started.
Yeah, but she already showed you the quote-unquote tent-size underwear, so she's kind of showing you everything. But in a way, I mean, she's looking for attention. That's all it is, I swear.
To act even more unhinged on camera too, actually becoming more of a caricature of herself. In one of her most disgusting videos, she actually shared that she couldn't wipe herself properly after using the toilet.
Beck started wiping me after my hysterectomy, and it continued on after that. Wiping for me has always been extremely hard as a bigger girl, obviously. If you were bigger, my size, it's hard. Me not being able to wipe for, it was like honestly a few weeks. Obviously after time, I was able to figure that out again, thankfully. But I would say Beck wiped me for, I would say a good 9 months. Honestly, a few weeks.
I just find this
They literally make things for people that are like unable to do that. It's like a stick or whatever. I don't know. I don't have the T-Rex arms. I'm a tall guy, so even though I got fat, never had that issue. I would get a cramp sometimes because it's kind of far back there, but
totally disgusting, and the fact that it lasted for 9 months is just absurd, and you can really see why Becky broke up with her. By November of 2022, she was still 505 pounds, so she decided to make a real change and start a keto-only diet, which went about as well as you'd expect, and she quit it less than a week later. But honestly, I really doubt she was doing it at all. Anyway, heading into 2023, she shared her current weight.
Okay, so my weigh-in on January 1st, which was Sunday, is 520.0 on the dot.
Despite her weight barely changing all year, her attitude and demeanor did change. Although she used to be somewhat of a quiet girl at the start of her journey, she was starting to become more similar to someone more like Nikocado Avocado, someone who seemingly loves the sound of her own voice and loves to talk about herself.
All right, so now that the 5 questions are over, that's how much I want to do per video, by the way, is 5 questions. I used to only do 3, but you know what, I like to talk now.
She was also having very public arguments with Destiny, her ex-girlfriend, about money earned through Amber's channel and how much they'd spent on each other. And honestly, I don't know the full story here because there's just so much back and forth and confusing arguments all over the place. But it just seems like they had childish disputes all year. Actually, there's been entire channels dedicated to covering the drama of Amber's life. If you want to see more about the drama, I'd recommend looking at these channels, but I'm more interested in her failed weight loss. And by October 2023, she was giving us an update.
More people are actually interested in the drama. Like, the drama that spins around her is what keeps her channel doing anything at this point. Nobody thinks she's actually going to lose the weight because at this point she's just lied so many times and just doesn't really want to, I guess.
On this.
Okay, so I'm about to weigh myself, which I have not done in like a month. I don't know. Last time I weighed myself was like 5'11". I might have gained some weight, so let's do it.
Hello. It's ready. 510.2 pounds.
Oh.
Oh.
510.2. Wait, that means I've lost weight?
Amber seemed
There you go. Somebody wiped you extra hard this time.
strangely excited to have lost a single pound, and she went out to celebrate this weight loss at the casino and even admitted in the video title she was stopping her diet. At 510 pounds, she cannot afford to stop her diet because she can barely walk anymore, but honestly, I'm not surprised by anything that she does anymore. And this was made clear the next time she weighs herself in November of 2023 as she clocks in at 516 pounds. She's clearly been eating thousands of calories every single day with no regard to her diet. And heading into 2024, she failed her diet every step of the way again. In the name of being transparent with her audience, Amber decided to show us what she eats on a cheat day, which, if we are to believe Amber, has around 2,500 calories in it.
Okay, but a cheat day would be every day, and there's no shot in hell she's only eating 2,500 calories. That's probably her diet day, something like that. If she's doing great, not eating candy at night.
It's pretty insane that she even feels like she needs to have a cheat day, because she's literally over 500 pounds in this video, and she can't afford to have any cheat days at all. And that's not even to mention, this probably isn't even her cheat day, because if she was eating this amount of calories, she would 100% be losing weight. Anyway, her attitude has stayed the same throughout 2024, and it hasn't changed in 2025, with her clickbait titles and drama, which has included a court case with her auntie, after Amber claimed she abandoned her because she was fat, which her auntie claims was just totally false. In her recent videos, she's actually been turning the comments off because every single one is just some sort of roast on Amber, and honestly that's for good reason, because after she did her
Yeah, she's getting friggin' cooked in the comments at this point, but nobody. 2013, this thing started. People are invested in her losing weight at this point. There's no turning back. It's either lose weight or people will try to chase you off the internet, which she feeds off that negativity and gets paid off it.
most recent weigh-in, she was at her highest weight yet.
I have clean clothes I have to put away, so do not mind that. Alright, so let's do it here.
Hello. It's ready.
Yes, it is.
Coming from the lips of a liar.
$534.6 pounds.
534.6.
At this point, it's been over 11 years since Amberlynn Reid started her so-called weight loss journey. She's gone through 4 major relationships, countless diets, and hundreds of promises to finally change her life. And yet, every single one ends the same way, another failed weigh-in showing up on the scale. What's even more shocking is that she's managed to turn this cycle of failure into a full-time career. She's documented pretty much every single day for the past 11 years, and it's all just a constant cycle of drama and failed weight loss. From the nervous, camera-shy girl in 2013 to the self-absorbed reality she is today. If you want my opinion, I don't think she'll ever lose the weight. And to be honest, I really don't want to make another video covering Amber because her story is just utterly depressing. If you want to see other people who've totally failed their weight loss,
I mean, I would say you dive into the drama, make that video, and then just have depression Craig for quite a while. Because Amberlynn is basically speed running, like just wanting to absolutely jump off a cliff. That's what she is to me. But she just lies over and friggin' over, tells way too much about her dating life, and I think that chases away anyone she's dating at this point. And I don't know if she'll ever change, but the only hole you can't dig yourself out of is the grave. So hopefully Amberlynn's got a shovel and she's not putting it in her mouth, okay? But leave a like, leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think about Amberlynn, and good video, Craig. I like it a lot. I don't like Amber a lot, but you put together a pretty damn good video. See y'all later. Bye.